Why are they called the Unavowed? Did they ever explain that? I mean, they may not have made a vow, but they've made a commitment to protect the city from supernatural threats. I don't know if it's right to say that they're unavowed. They've made a vow of some kind. Well, maybe that's just being picky. Maybe a name is just a name. A bit late to worry about that anyway. Since we have to worry about a certain other name, that name being Demonman, as we have to go to his pocket dimension. What sort of pocket dimension do you think he's made for himself? What was the reason for all this?
Level 40? Maybe 50?
I beg your pardon?
KK's wondering what level you'd be if you were in Trollgate.
I see.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We have to take a look at characters that are in Trollgate, look at their stats, but look at their skills, try to compare them to Mandana, and try to figure out where Mandana relates to them. That's the most important thing we could possibly be doing right now.
Hey, KK couldn't stop talking about your little jailbreak last night. Especially the part where you were sneaking around the women's locker room. Hey, I ain't judging. You did what had to be done.
I can remember being Demonman so clearly. It's very strange.
Listen, I can't begin to relate, but I do know what it's like to have feelings you want to drown away. So my advice, focus on the job ahead. That's enough to get you through today. And worry about tomorrow. And I'm here, if you ever want to talk. Right. And KK too. Sorry.
Can I see the picture of KK again?
Sure. Here.
Yeah, that's what she looked like, except she frequently was sticking her tongue out at us. Any thoughts on that last mission?
Kevin made his choice, and so did you. He'll be fine. $50,000 buys a lot of fine.
Yeah, he wasn't satisfied with it. He felt that he needed enough money to hold on to the restaurant, but...
Sure, we'll chat later.
Like, we all can't have what we want. Just start a new life for yourself.
Hello. I was just processing the events of last night. The veil placed on Kevin should hold for at least 10 years. By then, the police will have long since given up searching for him.
Well, hopefully no one recognizes him 10 years from now. I mean, we don't know where he's going to go. Maybe he's going to hang out here. My memories of being Demonman have got me all mixed up.
Yes, I can see how that might be confusing. Some unsolicited advice from one half-spirit to another. There is no right answer. Your only option is to just let yourself be yourself. You are you. No more, no less.
Yes, but this body is actually not mine. I guess we haven't talked about that yet. But I'm in someone else's body. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. Any thoughts on that last mission?
I am not without sympathy for Kevin's plight, having recently lost a parent myself. But torturing and potentially murdering that innocent creature was a step too far. It was the right choice to refuse him.
I think so. Like, I don't think Kevin made a very compelling case as to why the dragon should have to possibly kill itself just so he can hold on to the restaurant. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. Thanks, by the way, for bringing Mandana out to Chinatown. I think the distraction did her good.
I have so many memories of being Demonman. It's very confusing.
I can't imagine what that must be like. I'm sorry, but I do know that demons don't act like you do. They're chaotic, mindless. Were you a demon before? Sure, maybe. But you're not a demon now, and that's what matters. That's all that matters.
But what does it mean to be a demon or not be a demon? I don't even know, because I don't remember being a demon. Maybe I was happy in my demon life. I don't know. Any thoughts on our last mission?
You know, my kids were around Kevin's age when I left them. They turned out okay. But they at least had each other. Poor Kevin has nobody. Either way, he seems like a smart young man. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
I guess that'll have to be enough. I mean, I was saying that maybe we should invite him to the Unavowed, but I guess it wasn't something he was interested in. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Right. See you around.
I mean, I'm sure that Kevin would have been interested in the Unavowed, considering our main mission right now is to find Demonman. Seems like a wasted opportunity.
So, dragons exist. One day I might have to go toe-to-toe with a freaking dragon?
Well, I mean, you might have to upgrade your gun. Maybe we can figure out some, like, spell to cast on your gun, because the bullets really didn't do anything against the general. So maybe we need to find some sort of special, supernatural bullets, magic bullets. All right, we'll need to workshop that. I have so many memories of being Demonman. It's got me all mixed up.
Look, I get it. Things are crazy and you don't know which end is up. You want to have a meltdown and drink yourself stupid. And when this is done, feel free to do that. I'll even join you. Hell, I'll buy the first round. But right now, we need you focused. I need you focused. Okay? Okay.
All right, I gotta be focused on being an adventure game protagonist. It's what I do. Any thoughts on that last mission?
I kinda get where Kevin was coming from. Heck, cop family going back a century here. It's who we are. And being the broken link in that chain, it hurts. Hurts like hell. It's like 100 years of Santina's are cursing me. So Kevin is angry and bitter. He might not get over it anytime soon, but he'll be okay. Eventually.
I mean, yeah, I guess he feels like he's letting the lineage down, but I mean, they don't exist anymore. They're dead. They can't be mad at you because they're dead. We'll chat later.
Right. Catch you later.
Hello, the Veil.
Well, let's start the meeting.
A meeting is not necessary. We know our mission. We know our destination. When you are ready to proceed to the subway, we will follow.
All right.
Thank you.
To the theater. All right, well, is this going to be the final time we choose a party? If it is, then I guess probably we have to go for our most experienced party. Right, we can only 2 members. Only 2. That's the rule. That's the law. You can't have more than 3 people altogether. For reasons. Let's head to the Under the Bricks Theater, where it all began.
Not for nothing, but I think you're gonna need some backup on this one.
Yeah, I agree. And so does KK.
Oh, it's everyone. Everyone's coming.
Here's our stop. Let's get moving.
We're rolling deep this time. So, did we do it?
Yeah, we did it. We can open this up whenever we want.
So, what's on the other side of that thing?
It is impossible to say. It could be anything. It could be nothing.
Pocket realms can completely ignore the laws of nature, or invent new ones entirely.
So, be prepared for anything.
You ready for this, Vicky?
Okay, real truth? No, I'm not ready. I'm about to step through a portal into another world. I could never be ready for that. But I'm a Santina. I finish what I start. So let's finish this.
Logan, any thoughts before we go? Yeah. I was thinking, not a single person in the program would judge me if I picked up a drink right now. But that's not true, is it? That's just the addiction, making excuses and twisting the truth. So all I can do is focus on what's in front of me, which means going through that glowing hole and stopping whatever's on the other side. And that's enough for now. It'll have to be.
Any words before we head out, Eli?
I always have words. I was just thinking, wasn't that long ago I was throwing lightning at you on a rooftop? A lot has changed since then. You've made some tough decisions. Decisions I'm not sure I'd have been able to make.
Which decisions were those?
To say is, whatever happens in there, I've got your back, and I know you've got mine.
Or is the decision you're thinking about was when I told the that Fae that he was bluffing and go ahead and I dare you to throw the baby off the building? Was that the decision you're talking about? Because it is true you didn't like when I made that decision. I mean, that all turned out well, but... Do you have any sage advice for us, Mandana?
I have lived a long time, but I would hardly call myself a sage. If anything, I know how easy it is to reinvent yourself, rediscover who you are over and over. You have done much the same in your time with us. My only hope is that you do not change further. Regardless, know that I am with you for as long as I can still stand.
KK, how you feeling about all this?
She says she's getting bored with all this talking. Sorry, KK. We'll get going in a minute.
Yes, it is time. Eli, shall we open it together?
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Did something go wrong?
I think so. Yeah, we definitely went through. I felt it.
So did I. Something is different.
All right, well, it looks the same, but... I mean, Demonman is an actor. Maybe it makes sense that the area would look like the stage. Seems like there's only one way we can go.
Holy shit. We're not in New York anymore, are we?
No, we made it into the Pocket Realm. It is a twisted version of our city.
That building. Look at the energy pouring out of it.
That must be where our quarry lies.
Are you all right?
Maybe we have one more vision. Denizens of darkness, come! Come on, use Mel Carissa's knowledge. It's right there. Focus on darkness.
Up! Wake the hell up!
Okay, he's back. Everyone relax.
You blacked out for a minute. You started chanting. What happened?
Demonman was trying to cast a spell. I can cast it now, too.
A spell? What kind of spell?
Maybe I should cast it and find out?
It sounded like a spell of summoning.
Whatever it is, maybe turn the other way the next time you cast it.
Alright, I got a spell summoning. There it is. The spell fills a hole in my memory I didn't know was there. Well, let's try darkness again.
I'm enjoying my respite at last. Why do you disturb me?
Can I summon you here? I need your help.
You showed me a kindness when you had no reason to. But in your world, I have no tangible form. I only exist in the world of the dead. I will be of no help to you.
Well, goodbye. Sorry to disturb you. Well, if I'm focusing on fire, I can probably guess who we're going to talk to.
Master, is that you? I can hear you, kind of. Where are you?
Yeah, how's the fire dimension going? I kind of wondered how you were doing. Jordan, how you doing?
Fine, Master. A bit lonely, but fine. There are lots of people here. People like me. I don't understand the language yet, but I'm learning. How are you doing? You sound different.
I'm not anyone's master, Jordan. Please don't call me that.
Old habits die hard, Master. Even in this place.
I've learned a lot, Jordan. A lot about myself. I'm not human.
We always suspected that, Master, but we were all too chicken to ask. But still, I'm happy for you. It looks like we're both figuring things out.
I need your help, Jordan. Can I summon you here?
You mean transfer me across the void again? It wasn't a pleasant experience, but I do owe you for helping me. So yes, I'll help you. Just the once. What do you need?
I'm not sure yet, Jordan.
Oh. Well, once you know, feel free to ask.
Goodbye for now, Jordan. It's good to talk to you.
Same here, Master. You take care of yourself.
All right, so if there's something we need Jordan's help with, well, let's remember that. Water. So are we summoning the general?
Summoner, you contact me across the void. I am in the middle of battle. You are distracting me. Speak quickly.
You're always in the middle of battle, General. There's never a time when you're not at battle. How goes the war?
It continues. I must hurry back to it. Tell me what you want of me.
Sorry to disturb you again, General.
You sound sincere. In fact, I'd say you sound different.
I've learned I'm not exactly human. It's complicated.
Of course you are not human. You bested me, and showed compassion and mercy when I deserved neither. Now, what do you want of me?
We could use your help, General. Could I summon you here?
My help? I suppose I owe you a boon, in exchange for sparing my life. What do you want of me? And be quick.
I'm not sure yet, actually.
Stop wasting my time.
So long, General.
I must return to the war. Goodbye, Summoner.
See, nature. Who would nature be? Like, I guess who fire and water would be. And art, well, Calliope, because, well, Stan's dead. The Dryad? I mean, the Dryad's dead. Okay, yes, okay. That's not happening.
Ugh, come on. You want to bug me now? It took me months to get these tickets.
Actually, we killed Stan, but she's still human, isn't she? Like, she didn't take the powers back. Hi, Callie. It's been a while.
Has it? Time goes so much faster than it used to. Except when it doesn't. Mortal lives are weird. Anyway, what's up?
Are things okay?
Okay. I've gone to 6 Broadway plays, read the complete works of Shakespeare, and entered the hot dog eating contest at Coney Island. It was incredible. I threw up twice.
Well, that all sounds fabulous, but we could use your help. Could I summon you here, just temporarily?
I suppose. I guess I do owe you one. What do you need?
Not sure yet.
Then call me back when you are sure. Are we done? They're about to sing Farmer Refuted.
Yes. Sorry to bother you.
Bye.
All right. Well, she doesn't have the muse power, so I don't know what she's capable of doing. She still has the knowledge of a muse, but not the powers. Ice? Well, we killed the Fae. Okay, nothing happens. And darkness we know is the dragon. Okay, so I guess this is the results of the mission. Who do we have to help us? We have fire, water, art, darkness. We do not have nature and ice. Will that hurt us? I guess we'll have to find out.
Jesus, listen to that creaking. This thing is being held up by spit and staples.
And maybe a prayer or two.
This bridge was created out of sheer force of will. It is only as stable as the one who created it.
Yeah, that's not exactly encouraging. .
us can cross the bridge.
Well, maybe we can summon the dragon and walk across it.
But in your, I will be.
Okay, we can't summon the dragon. Well, maybe if we could have summoned Iceman, he could have made a bridge. But maybe someone else can do something.
What? My eyes. What do you...
Could you help us across this bridge?
I
All right, he'll do it.
It's not this guy again.
have no quarrel with you, nor any of your kind. I can carry your group across the gap. Now hurry, my army needs me. It is done. Now I consider my debt paid. Goodbye, Summoner. Do not contact me again.
All right, so we do have one favor from each of them, though the dragon can't be summoned, but we can talk to the dragon. So is there anything we could do with the dragon?
Whew. Glad to be on solid ground again. Not that anything in this place can be called solid.
Where are we, anyway?
The map says you are here.
Yeah, we're here.
That doesn't answer my question. Where is here?
That is what we must find out.
We can't look at it, I guess. Well, maybe the knowledge of art could help?
What do you want? What do you need?
We're lost in some kind of maze. Can you help us?
Yeah, someone created that maze, so I should be able to sense the purpose behind it. Fine, bring me over. I just hope my date doesn't think I ditched her. Ugh, this place stinks.
I do not smell anything.
Not literally, I mean it stinks as a maze. It's not a maze. There's no way out. It's a trap.
Trap?
Duh, that's what I said. Now let's see here. Did you try pushing that button over there?
Button? What button?
That map thingy. It's not a map, not really. There's a button hidden in the image. Do you see it? It's pretty obvious once you know it's there.
What does the button do?
This is just a guess, but I think it's there to be pressed. That's usually what buttons are for. Anyway, I gotta get back. See you around.
All right, the power of art has exposed the button. A nice cold wind blows in from the hidden passageway.
That's, big.
An impossibly thick and impossibly cold gate of ice blocks our path.
Packed a warmer jacket.
Well, I might guess who could help with this, but just to make sure, we should probably first ask Eli if he can melt it.
That gate is several feet thick. This is gonna be difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible.
No, not impossible. I can do it, but it'll drain me, like, a lot. But if there's no other way, just say the word.
All right, so we can have him melt it if we didn't have another option, but maybe it would be better for him to keep his power until maybe it's absolutely needed.
Okay.
And I guess it would have been necessary to do that if we killed Jordan.
Yes, Master?
I need your help, Jordan.
You mean...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
what do you...
Yep. A giant ice skate is blocking our way. Could you melt it?
You need something melted? Sure, I can do that. Easy. But, are you sure that's what you want me to do? I only want to do this once.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we should do.
Is that all you need?
Sure, Jordan. That's everything.
I'd better be getting back. Good luck with, well, everything.
I guess if we didn't save anyone, there must be solutions for these puzzles aside from summoning people.
My dad's got a weed whacker in his garage. Never thought to bring it along.
These thorns would quickly make short of any mundane device.
Yeah, and my dad would never let me hear the end of it. Probably better off.
So Mandana does have a sword. She could probably cut through that, but would that wreck the sword, maybe? Well, we've already used fire, water, and art. We don't know what the dragon is capable of doing. I mean, I guess if we spared the dryad,
Why do you disturb me?
that this is where the dryad would be used.
I will. I will.
Yeah, dragon's not going to help with that. All right, Mandana, can you hack your way through this?
The thorns are fierce, but not invincible. With effort, I can cut a path through.
You sure about that? Those thorns are pretty big.
I can withstand the pain. For a while.
There's gotta be another way.
Know that I prefer not to do this. But if there is no other option... Well, I know my duty.
Well, there would have been another option, but we chose revenge in the heat of the moment. Our other option is currently a statue being peed on by dogs. So, I think this is the only option, Mandana.
I feared as much. Yet, I see the truth of it. Stay close.
Mandana, are you all right?
I am not. Leave me. I will be fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. I heal quickly. Go.
Okay, Mandana. We'll leave. But we'll pick you up on the way back, okay? Okay? Right.
All right, so we just lose the party member entirely for the end game. So Mandana is gonna take a nap right here. Oh no, she's gonna stay here. She's gonna stay there. And
Who is it, Logan?
My name is Zach Tiller. Where's my muse? Where did she go? Oh, it's you. You have some nerve coming back here.
I just wanted to put on a play. Just a stupid play. Did I deserve to die for that? Did you have to kill me for that?
Like a dog with a bone, Vicky Santina. Like a damn dog with a bone.
Oh, fuck no, not you two.
My name is Stanley Bates. You killed me. All of you killed me.
Guys, listen. This is all. You just have to listen.
uh-oh. Combine into Super Ghost?
Going Geist! Stop them, Logan!
I'm trying. Come on, guys. Just calm down. Calm down.
Well, okay, look, I understand the first two are angry at Demonman because they were murdered. But the police chief chose to shoot herself. And Stan, well, Stan, we could argue that killing you was a magnificent work of art. And according to Stan's own personal philosophy, that means it's good. It means it's good. All right, so if we chose to have Logan handle it, I'm sure it would take him out like Mandana. But we may have a way around it. The dragon cannot take physical form, but maybe he doesn't need to.
I'm enjoying my respite at last. Why do you disturb me?
I need you to eat some ghosts. Can you do that? I don't know if you can do that.
I will.
Yeah, there we go. We have a poltergeist problem. Can you help with that?
Corrupted spirits. Yes. I believe I can be of some assistance.
Wait, what? What happened? Was that the dragon from Chinatown? Whatever he did, it did the trick. The ghost passed on. They're at peace.
Or something. They're gone. We don't know what happened to them. Let's say they're at peace. I mean, but like I said, two of them were justified in being angry. It's just that they're mad at the wrong person, but they don't know that.
This place. First it freezes you, then it tries to roast you.
A river of lava. It's making the room unbearably hot. Okay, I guess this is where the Fae could have used ice powers, but we don't have that. Vicky, do you want to lie down and we can walk over you as a bridge? As a bridge, Vicky. No, Vicky cannot do that. Eli, can you fire powers?
There's more earth than fire, but there is one thing I can do. I can pull the heat from it, solidify it, make a bridge.
You don't sound so positive about that.
Oh, I can do it, but the lava is moving. That makes the job exponentially harder. It's gonna take a lot of energy, probably all my energy. So if I do this, I'm gonna be tapped out completely. It's your call. Should I do this or not?
Well, we have used all of our spirit friends. There are no other friends to summon. I mean, Jordan said he didn't want to be summoned again. I guess we could ask.
Okay.
We could ask him. He said he didn't want to.
Please, Master, don't contact me anymore. I need to forget my old life. Talking to you hurts.
Right, I didn't think so. We could try the others.
We had a bargain, Summoner. Cease contacting me.
Yeah, he's gonna insist that we erase his number from our phone. Who knows? Maybe art could help.
I'm busy. Go away.
No, she's just busy. All right. Well, Logan, do you have any ideas about this? I don't know if your powers would be able to help here. No. All right. I still think Vicky could make a bridge of herself, but I guess Eli.
Right.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I thought as much. Here I go. Come on!
Are you up?
I'm fine. Easier than I...
Jesus, are you okay?
Who? Me? I'm fine.
Bullshit, you're as white as a ghost. Sorry, KK.
Okay. I just used up a bit more than I should have. Need to recharge. Go on. I'll just wait here.
All right. You want us to move you away from the river of lava? Probably shouldn't be that close to it. I guess he's fine. All right. Well, our two original partners have been laid out. It's Team Rookie now. No destinations are appearing.
We've come this far. We're not stopping now.
I've got 4 full clips ready to go. Let's do this.
Well, hopefully those bullets will work on Demonman. He is human, but he doesn't have a body. I have the body. So, is he a ghost? What's going to happen? All right, here's the energy building. It's the Empire State Building, but glowing. It's locked. Vicky, shoot the door.
4 full clips ready to go. Let's do this.
Shoot the door, Vicky.
Huh. Looks tough, but pretty shoddy material.
Oh, she is shooting the door.
Shots ought to do it.
A demon spawn, without a doubt.
I'm not a demon. Well, not exactly.
It says it is not a demon. When it speaks, it lies, like all of its kind. A beacon was formed, leading the way to this world. We followed it.
Oh. Yeah, that like at the beginning of the game. It was a summoning spell, wasn't it?
The beacon was formed. That's all we know.
What are we waiting for? We are all starving. Attack!
How many of you are there?
You had to ask, didn't you?
Vicky, do it.
Fucking pleasure.
Stop, please. There is no need for slaughter. Not this night.
Oh, is since we let him survive and eat the corpses, is that coming back as well? Ah, hello again.
Yes, it has been a while. This one showed me mercy I did not deserve. That kindness should be repaid, just this once.
You vouch for it?
Yes.
Then that will have to be sufficient.
We owe each other nothing, Demon Spawn. You have been given a reprieve. I suggest you complete your business here as soon as possible.
You know, at the beginning of the game, that guy did call us a demon. And Eli and Mandana said, no, he was possessed by a demon. He's not anymore. And then that guy said, no, pretty sure he's a demon. Like, he says that at the beginning of the game. Turns out he was right. All right, Vicky. I wonder if we had not saved him, would Vicky have had to use all her ammo on them? This does make me curious about what options do you have to get past these obstacles.
Mel Carissa,
if things went differently.
You had to leave some of your friends behind, but you made it.
Did you really think we wouldn't come after you?
I couldn't be sure. I hoped you would. This is my world. You're only here because I want you here.
We're here for you. No other reason.
Think about it. I lit up my stronghold like a Christmas tree. I literally told you where to go. It would have taken you years to find me, if you ever found me at all.
Don't get too cocky. The top of the Empire State Building ain't exactly subtle.
We're all New Yorkers here. How often do you go up to the Empire State Building?
Enough of this. Tell me what you want.
I was wrong, Mel Carissa. Wrong to leave you in the dark the way I did. We should have worked together. We should have been partners. I thought I could do it all on my own, but I can't. I need your help. The knowledge you contain. Merge with me again. Willingly this time. We'll be equals, and we can build this world together.
I'm all for second chances, but this takes it a bit far.
No. No way. No fucking way.
After everything you've done, what makes you think I'd agree?
Who are you to judge me? I share your memories. I know everything you've done. You let that fire elemental go. You torched an entire homeless shelter. General Zarug of the Merfolk. He slaughtered dozens of people. You barely gave him a slap on the wrist. You wished Galen of the Northwoods to death out of petty revenge. You killed Robin Goodfellow, a high-ranking member of the Winter Court, sparking a war that will last centuries. You executed Stan Bates in cold blood. Well, because that pretty muse batted her eyes. Sometimes you showed mercy, sometimes you gleefully executed anyone who crossed your path. Lives were saved or snuffed out based on your whims. So don't get all self-righteous with me.
Well, really the only one that was gleeful was turning the Dryad stone. I wouldn't say any of those other ones were gleeful. All we're doing is cleaning up your mess, Demonman.
That whole world is a mess, Mel Carissa. That's why I want to create another one. But this time, it's going to be done right. So help me, Mel Carissa. Please.
Yeah, fuck this. Good people are dead because of you. I spent a year thinking I was going crazy.
But aren't you in a better place now, Vicky? You're making a real difference now. More than you'd ever make as a cop.
This isn't about me. It's about justice.
Look, you can't run from this. You killed people. And that's not even the worst of it. You didn't just take people's lives. You twisted their souls, made them into something nasty and dangerous.
You mean those idiots in the Bronx?
They were people.
Why am I even talking to you? This is between me and Mel Carissa. The Peanut Gallery can shut up now.
Hey, wake up, you guys.
Relax, they're just asleep. I may not have much power now, but I can do that, at least. Besides, this is between you and me. So how about it? Will you merge with me willingly or not?
What's your goal here? You want to become a god? Is that it?
I guess, if you have to put a label on it. I've always been good at playing roles, after all. Breathing life into things. I just want a place where I fit, where I don't have to pretend. And since it doesn't exist, I have to make it.
KK, can you force Demonman to move on? Like other ghosts?
Any other ghost? I'm not dead. In case you weren't aware, my body is very much alive.
Hey, this world you created is awful. Why would you want to live here?
I admit it's not ideal. That's why I need your help. I absorbed a lot of knowledge from you, Mel Carissa, but there's so much more I need to learn. That information is locked up inside your head. Well, my head.
You learned to create this world from me?
Yes, Mel Carissa. As long as you were in my head, I could learn anything. All I had to do was think, and the knowledge appeared in my brain as if it was there all along. It was like learning my lines without ever having to read the script. You told me about the dryad trapped in the North Woods, the dragon in Chinatown, the Merfolk's War. But I can't access new information anymore. Not while we're separate. So, here we are.
If I have so much knowledge, how come I can't remember any of it? I don't know anything.
Because you're a textbook, Mel Carissa. You can't read yourself. That summoning spell you've been chanting, you only know it because you remember me casting it.
What if I say no?
Oh, sure, you could say that. I can't stop you. But you can't exactly stop me either. That's my body, and I mean to have it back.
Well, if you can take back this body so easily, why don't you?
Because I don't want to fight you anymore, Mel Carissa. It makes the work take so much longer, and it's exhausting. Working together will be so much easier, wouldn't you agree?
And if I agree, you'll let my friends go?
As a sign of good faith, sure. If you merge willingly. If not, well, I might not know how to create life yet, but I am very good at ending it.
And if we merge, we'll stay in this world? We won't harm the mundane world ever again?
Well, sort of. I mean, the energy to create this place has to come from somewhere. I created several pools of energy in the mundane world. They worked beautifully, too. Until you cut them off. So before we do anything else, we'll need to make some more.
You want to go back and hurt more people?
Yes, but only temporarily. Just until we make this world self-sustaining. 5 to 10 years. Then I'll seal off the portal for good. We'll drift into the void and join the cosmos.
I have a moment to think about it.
Take all the time you want. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you.
Can't interact with them. We can save, though.
Well, I'm waiting.
No, I won't do it. Fight me if you have to.
Are you sure? You won't reconsider?
Read my lips. No way.
Remember, I can and will take that body back by force. Are you sure?
I said no.
You think you can resist me? Well, I'm warning you again. You can't. Last chance, Mel Carissa.
I will not merge with you.
I really, really hoped it wouldn't come down to this.
Demonman, I banish you!
Sleep, Mel Carissa. I'll call you when I need you. That's better. Oh man, I'm starving. When's the last time you fed me? But first... Hello, Officer Santina. None of you idiots could ever catch me, and now you never will. Bye-bye, Logan. 6 years of meetings led you here, huh? Was it worth it? Whatever, I don't care. Goodbye, Eli. Your self-indulgent introspection will be missed by nobody. So long, Mandana. Say hi to your dad for me. Wake up, Mel Carissa. I have a question. I was thinking of heading to Queens. Anything there I should keep an eye out for?
I'm not telling you anything. There's a gym in a store. Yeah, Gorgon is sleeping in the basement.
Huh. Now that is interesting. Yeah, I can work with this.
Well, that's clearly a bad end. We tried to refuse, but there was no option to refuse. Oh, it takes us back here. Started to roll credits, but then interrupted them to come back to the moment of choice.
Well, I'm waiting.
Fine, I'll merge willingly. Just don't hurt my friends.
Now that is what I've been waiting to hear. That's better. Much better than before. How do you feel, Mel Carissa?
I'm beginning to remember everything.
We're merged now, Mel Carissa. There are no more secrets between us.
I feel sharper, more alert.
Naturally, we're stronger together than we ever were apart.
What about my friends in the Unavowed? You promised they wouldn't be hurt.
That's true. I find that I do not want to kill them anymore. Perhaps that's your influence. But we still have work to do in the mundane world. We don't want them getting in our way, trying to stop us. I know. We'll keep them asleep until we're finished. This is our world. Nothing bad will happen to them unless we wish it. Satisfied? Good. So, we have a lot of work to do, don't we? Where should we begin?
Oceans and rivers. Where there's water, there is life.
You might be right. And yeah, I can see how we can create that too. It won't be easy. It won't be quick. But it will require power, and lots of it. Let's go get some, shall we?
Well, we merged willingly. And our friends survived. But still, Demonman does get his way. And that's not really... I mean, you know, you don't want Demonman to get his way. You want to give him the finger and say, screw you, Demonman. So, do we have any options to do that? Well, we can't talk to our friends. A small... Oh. There's like a location right there. A small gap in the... I was about to say, can we look at our inventory to see if there's anything? we only have the handwritten notes and we have the summon spell, but we've already used all of our summons. And there's a gap in the railing. So let's jump backwards off the railing with giving him the double birds.
What are you doing?
KK, tell everyone I'm sorry.
No! You've ruined everything! It could have been so perfect! Was it worth it? Was it all worth dying over?
Funny, I'm not scared of dying at all. I like being human. I like being alive. I wonder what happens next. This is right. This is good. Eli, Vicky, Logan, Mandana, and KK. Can't forget KK. Goodbye, my friends. Forgive me.
What the? Jesus, my head.
What happened? Did we win?
The portal. It is gone. But where is Mel Carissa?
What? Slow down, KK. Oh.
What did she say? Logan, what did she say?
They found the body in Midtown, right by the Empire State Building. Nobody knows how he got there. He just appeared. Probably for the best. A whole lot of murder cases got closed. Made a lot of cops happy. They found Harrison's body eventually. It washed up in Red Hook. Based on the position and the angle of the bullet wounds, her death was ruled a suicide. There were a lot of questions, but nobody seemed all that keen to find the answers.
So we finally got a computer. Although Logan and KK use it to play their game most of the time. But it turns out Travis and Winnie Cook have a very active social media profile. They're back in Florida. They seem happy if the pictures are anything to go by. And speaking of pictures, they post lots of Elijah, sometimes a dozen every day. It hurts, being away from family. But this makes it better, somehow. I suppose I can live with that.
I went to a meeting in Chinatown not long ago. Decided to stop in at the Dragon Tree. Turns out it's a drugstore now, one of those national chain things. Kevin moved upstate, rented himself a place with the money he got from his lottery winnings. But 50 grand doesn't last as long as it used to. He's working as a short order cook at a local diner. From what I hear, he's made the joint pretty popular. Might be running the place before too long. I hope it works out for him.
Calliope is, well, by all accounts, she is happy. She has sampled all this city has to offer, and then some. The last we heard, she was traveling to Paris for a fashion show. I do wish her the best. As for Mel Carissa, we do not know. It is tempting to use the summoning ritual, but to perform it requires a death. And that is a line we will not cross. Mel Carissa sacrificed enough, saving us all. Honoring that sacrifice is literally the least we could do. So we venture on. Enemies are defeated. Wrongs are righted. And the wall against the darkness holds for yet another day. That was an interesting one.
No kidding. They ate the radiator. Who eats a radiator?
Gremlins are the worst, huh?
All I know is Mitchell never let me borrow his car again.
Hey, you guys hungry? There's a new Thai place down that way.
Is it spicy?
Probably. Why?
Eli has trouble digesting spicy food.
Seriously? Beckett, I've seen you drink lava.
Believe it or not, lava isn't that spicy.
I am Ula. I come across the void in search of conquest.
Stand down, creature. We will show no mercy.
What she said, just with more charbroiling.
Nice. I've got those new polymer copper bullets. Been meaning to test them out.
Guys, when you kill him, Could you make sure there's no ghost left behind? I'm tired.
Hey guys, why does our logo keep appearing in the sky right next to us? Don't worry about it, just ignore it. Just ignore it. We try not to acknowledge it. Well, I guess. Well, that was certainly a longer ending than the others, and we are getting credits. So the important thing was that we could tell Demonman to go to, you know, where you can tell him that he can. Well, I mean, his realm disappeared, so I guess upon the death of his body, he became a real dead ghost. And maybe without him, his realm collapsed in on itself. The only thing I'm not satisfied about is that we should have had the option to give him the double middle fingers on the way down. Because that's the way you do it. Don't remember, if you're ever going to jump off a building, remember to find someone who's looking at you, give him the fingers, and then jump backwards. That's how you do it. Also, when they were talking about all of the epilogue things that everyone was doing, they didn't mention the most important thing. That shot of Logan and KK playing a video game, it did look like Logan was holding a controller, which means that KK is being introduced to some real video games and not this mobile stuff. See, Logan honoring Mandemon's memory by teaching her about the real games. And that's Unavowed, I guess. I do kind of wonder if things could have turned out... and we're gone from the title screen, because of course we didn't make it. I wonder if things could have turned out any differently if you actually had the help of everyone that you could have. Because, like, if you did and you managed to get the entire team up to the rooftop, would that have made a difference? I don't know, because Demonman does eventually put him to sleep, so even if everyone was there, would that actually make any kind of difference? I don't know. Still, you'd think... And that also brings up another question of what if it was the complete reverse? What if everyone... Like, what if the result of every mission was that someone who you could have summoned died or was gone somehow, so you couldn't summon anyone? Would there have been solutions to get through the entire thing and make it to the building if you didn't actually have that? I'm a little curious about that, because you have things like you could have used Eli to get through the ice gate, but then we also used Eli to get across the river of lava. But if we didn't actually have anyone to summon, We couldn't have used Eli twice, so would there have been another way to get across the lava? I don't know. But I do like how things came back around in that final chapter, and the characters that we met ended up coming back to help us out. And I also like that that guy from the prologue, the original chapter, came back because we let him eat those corpses and leave. I forgot about him because that part of the game I had played during the tryout a while back. So that was some time ago. But even he came back. And, well, I mean, we could have ended the game by merging with Demonman and going along with the whole let's form a perfect world plan. But, you know, screw him. We're gonna kill ourselves so he doesn't get his way. And, that's how it went. I enjoyed this. I do like that Wajedi continues to make point-and-click adventure games in an era where that particular genre has evolved into other things. You know, when you think about the modern version of point-and-click adventure games, you generally think about cinematic, heavy narrative-based games with light puzzling. But of course, this is a very much more of a traditional point-and-click adventure game, and I do like that form still exists. This, of course, was much lighter on the puzzles than your old school adventure games, which were made to sell hint books. Gotta have those hint books to actually get past it. But this one felt a lot more comfortable and a lot more, easy going. You're just hanging out with your group of friends in the Unavowed, saying, "Hey, how can we look at that manhole cover? I can try to pick that up with my bare hands." No, okay. Maybe Mandana can use her sword to pry it off or something. And, she does, and you're just hanging out with the friends, and you're going around and talking to ghosts and occasionally defeating the evil supernatural beings. And then it turns out that sometimes the evil supernatural beings are not the true monster. Sometimes the true monster is man. And in this case, a demon man. And of course, there's two other origins that you could go with. We chose actor. But you could also start the game as bartender or cop. And throughout the game, sometimes we used our acting skills to deceive people. But I guess if we were bartender or cop, they would have their own particular skill to get past certain discussions. So it does seem like there's a certain amount of replay value with the different origins and the different outcomes that you could have to these missions. But I'm only doing the one playthrough, but I greatly enjoyed my time with Unavowed. I do like the look of it. I do think the pixel art is very good looking. It's a very appealing game to look at. I do like how everything was voice acted. For the most part, I thought the voice acting was very good. There are some occasions where maybe, someone needs to back off from the microphone a little bit. Sometimes. But for the most part, I enjoyed the voice acting. And I think it was more interesting to have a variety of voices rather than just me doing all the voices for the game, which sometimes I will do in a game. I saw this game when it first came out, but never got around to it. But I'm glad that we got around to it now because I very much enjoyed it. And it is very much a game about New York. You can tell that there is a whole lot of attention paid to the setting and the various parts of New York. Well, I guess that's the end for Unavowed. I hope that you enjoyed watching this playthrough. And I hope that you might be inspired to get the game yourself, to try out a different origin point and see if you get a different result. Maybe you can make it to the end with all of the help available, possibly. And of course, if asking the question, who is the best party member? Clearly, the answer to that is it's KK. Her only character flaw is that she needs to get taste in better games. But Logan's probably handling that. But this has been the playthrough, my playthrough of Unavowed. As far also thinking back, I thought that the plot twist was pretty interesting, and I do like looking back at earlier parts of the game, how they do basically just tell you that you're still a demon, but it's like you don't really think about it that hard. But yeah, that, like I said, that guy at the beginning who wants to eat the corpses does just say that you are a demon. And whenever we meet any of the supernatural beings in any of these chapters, they do just call us Mel Carissa, and we think that that's because they were doing dealings with the demon, and they don't realize that we're not him. But no, I guess all of these demons, no, they weren't demons. All of these various supernatural creatures that we've been talking to, I suppose they realized the whole time that we were actually the demon, and were a bit confused as to why we might not be clear on that. So they do constantly tell you that you are the demon. It's just that you don't really think about it that hard until you get to the twist. Also, whenever you make any dialogue choices, you don't get a portrait or voice acting because you're not Demonman. And so when he possesses you, then you see his portrait and hear his voice acting because that's him talking. I thought that's an interesting little touch. But anyway, that's the playthrough Unavowed. I greatly enjoyed my time with it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And let's just say goodbye to the party, to the friends, and to New York.